that we definitely had to do. We finally got past this level. As you can see, my sermon title is called What Comes Next. Let me tell you a little story first. So, I was at high school. This happened this past school year, so I was a senior. And the chaplain there gave a little announcement during Bible class. He said, hey, if you guys want to come over, some people from the Sabbath school department of the North American Division are going to stop by our school, and they're going to have a little Q&A session. The reason they're doing this is because they were wanting to get some inputs from the teenagers, high school level kids, about how they could improve their own curriculum. And so I was like, okay, sounds interesting, I might go. And then he said, there'll be pizza. Okay, I'm going. It's free food. I'm passing that up. And so I hopped over there that evening, and I had to stay for a little bit because I had another class later that day, but I was able to stop by for a little bit, and they were asking some of the kids, the question that really stuck to me was one of the superintendents, I suppose. He asked, what do you wish that adults, like your parents' age, the generation before you, knew about you guys? And one of my friends responded with this statement: I wish they excuse me for a moment. I wish they knew that I don't want to wait to grow up. I wish they knew that I don't want to wait to grow up. I don't know about you, but that statement resonates a little bit with me. There are times where you wish that you were a bit older, that you could do things that your younger self couldn't do, like drive a car, buy your own stuff, make your own decisions. We want to be independent. We want to be free from the constraints that were kind of placed on us as children. We want to make our own decisions and be ourselves. And now, here we stand, post-graduation, looking into the future, from one chapter of our school to the next. Some of us are going to be moving into high school, like Alana. Some of us are going to be moving into college, like me and Brandon. And some of us are going to be moving into more college, like some of my atis in front of me. And some of us are going to be moving into work. It's exciting. I'm not going to lie. It's exciting. There's many possibilities. There are many possibilities, and there are many opportunities before us, some that we didn't even know were there. But it's also terrifying. It's also terrifying. If I could sum up the next 4 years of, at least personally, I was thinking school, but there's also work. Work could be. If I could sum them all up in one word, it would be more. You got more homework, more classes, more lessons, more things to remember, more responsibilities. There's probably more that you can list, but they all evaded my mind at the moment. And you get to make your own decisions. Well, you're slowly be able to get your own decisions. It's also scary, like when you have to call customer support for something, and you don't have your parents doing it for you, and you have to do it for the first time, and then the person on the other line is like, hello, how can I help you? And all of a sudden, you forget what you're going to say. Because it's like, what do I say? Why did I call? And at least that was my personal experience when I had to call customer support for something. As the song goes, what comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead? You're on your own. Awesome. Wow. Do you have a clue what happens now? For many of us, it's school, it's work, but the future also holds uncertainty. I'm not standing here before you trying to bewail the horrors of the future. I'm just speaking. Even you'll feel like you're the kid that we kind of are sometimes. Some days we want to be just like Jeremiah. If you have your Bibles with you, please turn to Jeremiah chapter 1. Do not say, I am a youth. Do not say, I am a youth, for you shall go to all to whom I send you, and whatever I command you, you shall speak. It honestly kind of sounds like God's telling him, don't worry. I will guide you in where you will go, and I will give you the words that you need to say. And I kind of find that comforting, because sometimes you'll be studying, and you'll be like, wait, what did I just read? Sometimes you'll have a lot of classes, and sometimes the stress can come in with all this stuff. Advisor at the college that I'm going to, Southern, he said that you'd have to study at least probably 3 hours a day, and that's just for one class. He's with you. He's with you. Even if you don't sense him, he is right beside you. And if you take the time to listen, he'll show you the way that you will have to go. So, before I go, I'm going to give you the 3 tips that I used, at least personally, for the next chapter of your education. Some of these you may have heard before, so if you have, pardon me if I botch. The first tip, have a close relationship with God. Of course, God is also maintaining it. And not just with morning and evening devotionals, although that too is a big part of how you maintain a relationship. But my chaplain at my high school and people around me have taught me to think of it like this. It's like having a close relationship with a friend. You don't just talk to them at the beginning and the end of the day and still expect to maintain a close relationship with them. You keep a constant relationship. You talk with them. You send them short text messages. You send them random photos. If they text you, you try to respond as quickly as possible without harming yourself or others. And that's how they taught me to have a close relationship with God. It's not just having a morning and evening devotional. It's also talking with him, just random snippets throughout the day, like when you wake up, when you eat, when you walk, when you study, when you sleep. Like, right before I walked up here, I sent a short prayer to God, like, help me, because honestly, I don't know what I'm going to say. And it can be even over the smallest things. Like, when you're studying, right before a test, like, help me understand, like, what is this? What body region is this? What formula do I use for this problem? And just as you keep close contacts with your friends, talk with him often. That way it's easier for you to hear what he has to say and where he's guiding you. All right, second tip, have good study habits. That one's self-explanatory, except it's hard. There are many things out there that try to vie for your attention. There are many things out there that distract you, and it can get difficult at times. Personal experience, I know this. And I decided to look up, because I've heard many things about study habits on how to form them, like form good habits. And I found that it actually takes around 106 to 154 days to form habits, instead of the usual 21 days. Yes, 21 days that you normally hear from people. The advice I can give is, if you want to have a good study habit, stick with it. Repetition is usually the key to forming a habit. And also find some new ways to study. Like, don't just study an entire chunk of the time, like a 2-hour study session, like have breaks in the middle. Pace yourself. Also find a good environment in which to study in. Don't try to study in a place where everyone's talking and chattering and there's a lot of distractions. Find a quiet spot and study there. Don't be afraid to ask, and I will be also honest on this. There are times where it kind of makes you feel like you're behind on everything and you don't want to ask their help because you're too proud to ask. But it is to your advantage that you ask them for the help. Because we don't know everything at this point. That's why we're still in school. So, many people around us while we're in school will be willing to help, like your parents, your teachers, mentors, even your classmates and friends. They're willing to help you in learning. All you have to do is just ask them and show that you're willing to learn. Because you don't need to be the one to know it all. You just need to be the one willing to learn. I'll be honest, sometimes I struggle with pride too over this, but by God's grace, I'll get through it, and I pray that you guys will also get through it in your next part of education.